This is Tales of Terror, Episode 2, and this is the tale of the town of Butcher, Part 1. This story is about Trey, a food delivery driver for the app Food Drive, who travels the country, exploring it and making money while doing so. While traveling one night, he travels the road to the nearest town, deciding to work a little longer while there and then resting for the night. The long stretch of road he takes leads him to a sign welcoming travelers to the town of Butcher. Thinking it's a joke with a weird name like that, Trey stops the car to look at the sign a little bit closer, as most of the lights have burnt out around it. He laughs in disbelief as he takes a picture of it for proof, just in case no one believes him. And making a quick internet search as well, he sees that the place is actually listed. He shakes his head and gets back in the car and proceeds to drive into town, not truly knowing the strange night that he will be in for. As he drives into town, he notices that there is really nothing around. The town, in appearance, comes off as being deserted. No signs of life, animal nor human, and it has him feeling that he may be the only thing living inside the town. Going against his gut, he cuts on his Food Drive app and immediately gets a nice order. With low mileage and high pay, he accepts it and heads to the restaurant. Upon arrival, all of the lights are on inside the diner, but still, there's no sign of life. Creeped out, he cautiously looks around as his footsteps, jingling keys, and the buzzing from the diner's lights are the only audible noises around. He walks in. The diner, not kept in the best condition, has the pickup order sitting on the counter, boxed, bagged, and ready to go. He yells out for any worker to assist him, but to no avail. That's when he decides to just grab the order and leave. Walking from his car, Trey notices a foul smell coming from the bag. He covers his nose in disgust, putting the order in his car, then starting it up and rolling down the windows, and heads to the customer's house. On the way there, he scans the area to hopefully see something or someone along the way, but sees more of the same no matter where he drives. Going down a long, dark, curving road with forest on either side of him, the feeling in the pit of his stomach is screaming that there is something terribly wrong with this situation. Very much in his thoughts, succumbing to the dread that's lingering over him, he accelerates more with the intent to be done with the order as soon as possible. Finally, he makes it to the home, but the surroundings doesn't make it easier on his nerves. There are no streetlights on, except for the dimly lit and/or flashing ones. The same goes for the houses on the block, pushing his fear to intensify with every single second that passes. The wind slightly picks up. The rustling of the trees and moving debris causes his comfortability to drain significantly against the quietness of everything around him. His heart's pounding as he exits the car with the feeling of being watched in abundance. He cautiously walks to the house on high alert. The lawn, like every other on the block, is covered in trash, old and/or broken objects. As he walks closer, twigs snap and papers crinkle underneath his weight. Halfway to the house, he catches something out the corner of his eye. He sees a dark humanoid figure behind the car in the driveway, between the trunk and the garage door, lurking in wait for him to get closer to the door. A piece of glass is stepped on by the figure. Trey freaks out in horror, starts running back to the car, tossing the order in the passenger seat. Looking in his rear view, he sees several figures walk out into the middle of the street. He drives as fast as he can without stopping until he reaches the outside of the town into the next one. With the town in back of him, he reaches the next city over and embraces more than ever before the bright lights of the busy nightlife. Still shook, he slowly relaxes himself as he spots a hotel a mile down. He pulls up to it and goes inside. At the front desk, he asks for a one-night stay. The lady that's setting him up with a room makes short conversation. Noticing that he looks out of sorts, she asks if he's okay. He tells her about the night he's had and the town of Butcher. She tells him that's crazy, but has no knowledge of that town, telling him that she drives that way a lot, but never seen nor heard of it before. He shows her the picture that he took for proof, and tries to search for it again on the net, but this time it doesn't show up. Trey then gets his room key and goes to the car and gets his things. On the way there, he remembers that the order is still in his car. He opens the door past the nauseating stench and opens the container it's in, revealing eyes, fingers, teeth, hair, and a tongue, all smothered in blood.